you guys for my security detail if I decide to run for president.
I'll be there, bud.
Oh my God, you go with your bad self. You'd be a good one.
So listen, while we're discussing our
Oh shit! Look at that.
seed potatoes here, I just recently heard a term that I'm very fond of. Our victory gardens are now being called Liberty Gardens by like-minded people. Liberty Gardens. I like that.
Yeah.
And,
okay.
and
I know.
do you know why people are calling Victory Gardens Liberty Gardens now? Because the government is not encouraging people to plant their own gardens and help themselves. They are actually trying to pass H.R. 875, which would put all small farming operations out of business, and even regulate your ability to have your own garden. So we need to call our Victory Gardens Liberty Gardens now.
Michelle Obama calls hers at the White House a victory garden.
Well, I guess that's because she is now the oppressor. She is not one of the oppressed. All right, we have seed potatoes here today, James. What are we doing with our seed potatoes?
Okay, well, I tell you what, Angie has brought this to my attention, and boy, I tell you what, I'm on fire. Can you zoom in on this receipt, Don? This is a receipt. First, notice it's a receipt from Walmart. Save money, live better. Okay.
Evil Walmart.
Yeah.
I see 2 items highlighted down there.
Yeah, save money, live better. Okay. Yukon potatoes and red potatoes. And here's Walmart's bag. And actually, back to the receipt for a second. Can you zoom in on this? This is March 11th of 2009. This isn't something, this isn't fluff. We didn't make this up. This is an actual receipt. You could probably look to see the store codes on there or whatever.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the actual bags. Real pretty bags.
They are.
Yeah, lovely, you know, really, I will have to say, packaging, they get an A+. They've got simple planting directions on the back, but they're $6, which is a complete ripoff. We've got, and of course, see, the bag is really
Look at that. It's even pre-printed on there from the factory. $6 a bag.
Yep.
How much is that? 5 pounds?
5 pounds.
Okay, that's a 5-pound bag right there.
Now, if you take away all the fluff of the bag, you see the bag isn't really all that big. Here is the same little non-pretty bag that we sell right here every day of the week for $3.99.
Zoom in on that. Look at that. RP5, $3.99.
Yeah.
I guess those are red potatoes, 5-pounder?
Yeah, actually, yes. In fact, the specific variety is red Pontiacs. But
oh, okay. Hold on a second.
$3.
Red Pontiac seed potatoes, 5-pound.
Yeah. $3.99 every day, which happens to be 33% less than Walmart, that helps you save money and live better. Note to our consumers out there, check your local garden centers. Do not trust the Depot Marts. They are the biggest ripoff when it comes to spring planting goods, because they are taking advantage of everyone's spring fever, and they literally rip people off. Yukon Gold's extremely popular seed potatoes. $6. Yukon Gold, same 5-pound bag, $3.99. Do you need me to hold it up any closer?
Nope. $319.09 is our price. Is the date of the price tag. YG5
Yeah.
Yukon Gold. $3.99 for a 5-pound bag.
Right. Now, granted, they do have directions on the back of their bag. And do you know the reason why they have the directions on the back of their bag?
Hold on. Let me guess. There's no one there who knows how to tell them how to plant seed potatoes.
Bingo! We have a winner. So, you know what? Without looking at their wonderful directions on the back of the bag, we'll actually show some people right now how they can plant seed potatoes.
Outstanding. I love potatoes.
We have over here, and this is Double E, our efficiency expert. We will give him credit. He has mixed us up. In fact, we're actually going to use this soil later for potting up more berry bushes. which we'll get into in a little bit because we have berry bushes and grapevines and all sorts of other good stuff that's in right now. But he's mixed up this bin of soil, and it's going to be perfect for us showing people how to plant seed potatoes. Now, seed potatoes come in all shapes and sizes. You got big ones, you got little ones. A lot of times your little ones are better. Reason being, you don't really have to cut them up that much. Because it wouldn't matter. We could plant this whole potato just like that, done. But you're still only going to get one plant from that potato. But if you take that same potato and cut it up, we're gonna look for the eyes on this potato. And if you can zoom in on them, some of these little dimples in here, you'll start to see little sprouts coming out. They're extremely small at this point. And that's actually because being in March, they should be kind of small. In fact, if you just hang on just a second, if we go to our wonderful bag of Walmart potatoes, you can actually see, because they were inside and not in nice cool storage, they're actually sprouted out quite a lot, which it's too early in the year to have your potatoes sprouted out like this.
Okay.
So anyhow, you take your potato, and generally what you're looking for, you want to have at least 2 eyes on a section when you cut it. And it doesn't really matter, you can go regular old pocket knife. By the way, you could actually put these in the oven right now and bake them.
Well, really, the seed potatoes are no different than any other seed. It's just been certified as being disease-free and having a certain germination rate,
right,
correct?
And pretty much it's not messed around with for the most part. But we have an eye here, we have an eye here, and we even have this little eye over here. That piece right there, this will actually heal over. Potatoes have a lot of starch. That starch now exposed to the air, this will actually heal over just like a big old Band-Aid. Now you take that seed potato right there, and now we'll just plant that down about 2 to 4 inches. Doesn't really matter much. What does matter is you want to have a very, very loose soil, because obviously seed potatoes.
Now you have those eyes facing up.
Have the eyes facing up. We could actually plant it sideways. But the only thing you don't want to do, you don't want the eyes facing down. If they're facing to the side or if they're facing up, they're perfectly fine. They will grow perfectly fine.
Now, isn't it standard practice to, when you slice the potatoes, to leave the raw side up to the sunlight for a short time so it starts to get that?
You could, yeah. So actually, it has a chance for that starch to dry, and that's the one thing that because we're filming right here, we didn't bother to wait for it to dry. But yes, if you wait, and it's like you getting a cut and kind of letting the blood dry and letting it kind of heal over. It's the same way. Pretty much leave it open to the air, and it will pretty much heal up. And then just a couple inches down. Most of the potato's growth, most of the tending, is actually going to be after the potato is growing, because as the plant itself grows higher, you actually want to hill up around the plant, because not only will it form potato on the roots that come off of this potato, but as you hill up around the plant, as it's blooming, it will actually send out more roots off of the main stem, and those roots will in turn also form potatoes. A typical yield out of a 5-pound bag of potatoes in our area here is 50 pounds.
That's a 10-to-1 return. That's pretty good.
That's a pretty good return on your money right there.
Now, sweet potatoes are done a little differently.
I suppose sweet potatoes are done. Yeah, sweet potatoes are actually grown off of actual green shoots for the most part. When we get them in, we'll actually show people, because up here we get sweet potatoes in a lot later. For those watching down south, they might be planting their sweet potatoes already.